I quit my dream job as a news anchor at 30, and now here I am figuring everything out. I'm Sierra. Join me on this journey of self-discovery and self-love. Welcome back to my channel. So happy that you could make it back for another episode of Starting Over at 30, the series. So let's go ahead and get started. Of course, we have our incense to set the mood and just cleanse the energy. I have a lot of pink around me today. My pink iPad, my pink candle burning, my pink teacup. Today's video is really delving into self-love because we're talking about what we're no longer accepting and what we're no longer settling for. And to no longer accept the bare minimum and to know what you're not going for anymore that's nothing but self-love. To stay on theme, we have our crystal. Isn't she pretty? She's a very light pink. This is rose quartz. It's for your heart chakra, gentle and loving energy, promotes self-love, acceptance, and compassion, both for ourselves and for other people too. Rose quartz. We back on our peppermint tea, our organic peppermint tea from Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's. If you're having tea with me, cheers. In last week's video, we had a chance to talk about budgeting, our relationship with money, and how we spend our money or save our money, how it has so much to do with who we are and how it can be linked to trauma. I also did a budget with me in that same video. I basically give you a breakdown on how you can create a simple, easy to use budget on Google Sheets. Super easy, super simple in order to reach your savings goals and in order to get comfortable with your money and see how you spend your money. To see where your money is going is so important right now. Before we get into today's topic, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, be sure to turn your notifications on so you can be notified whenever I post new content. Today's affirmation: I give myself permission to start over at any age. I give myself permission to start over at any age. I affirm that. I receive that. So for today's topic, we're talking about what I'm no longer accepting now that I am 30 and now that I'm going through this transition and this self-discovery and figuring myself out. One thing that I'm for sure not accepting anymore: one-sided relationships, whether that's romantic, family, friendships. I'm no longer pouring more into relationships, people, jobs, situations than what's being poured into me. Because I found that it leaves you, one, dried up and empty, and the people that you are pouring into who do not reciprocate, they go on with their happy little life, girl, and really don't be thinking about you. It's a waste of your time. It's a waste of your energy. You get absolutely nothing out of giving and giving and giving and giving and giving to people, to corporations, to jobs, to situations that do not do the same for you. You just don't. And that has been a hard lesson to learn. I think for so long I thought that I could love somebody into loving me. Or if I worked hard enough at this place, then yes, they will appreciate me. If I was nice enough to these people, then they will be nice to me too. No, that's not how life works, and it's just the truth. Do not pour into people who do not pour into you. Just point blank, period. That ties into my next, what I'm no longer doing. And some of these things aren't just what I'm not accepting from other people or situations. It's what I'm not accepting for myself anymore. There's a new sheriff in town. People thought I was strict before. Baby, it's Judge Judy for real now. One thing I'm not doing ever again in my life is chasing a man. If a man show you that he do not want you, girl, he do not want you, trust and listen to your intuition. Trust and listen to your intuition. If a man show you he does not want you, let him go. You cannot love a man into loving you. You cannot give so much of yourself that you think that, oh, well, I'm proving myself. I'm showing him how much, how good I am so he could pick me. He could choose me. He could pick me. I want to be picked. I want to be chosen. We're not being pick-me's around here. We're not proving ourselves to nobody. We're not proving ourselves to a man, to a woman, to no friend, to nobody. To your parents, to your aunties, uncles, to these jobs. Y'all know how I feel about these jobs. You don't have to prove yourself to your boss. Who are you? You have nobody to prove yourself to but to yourself. The only person you have to prove yourself to is you and your higher self that you're striving to be. You have nobody to prove yourself to. And chasing behind a man does nothing but continue to keep you in this cycle of having a very low self-worth, because it stems from needing validation from men. You don't need validation from men. You have no reason to chase behind them. I'm gonna be so real. I was desperate in so many instances. I'm being so real right now. I was so desperate, like to the point where I was the type of person where if I had my eyes set on a guy and I really wanted him, maybe it was nothing was going to stop me from getting him. Because I'm a go-getter. Naturally, I'm a go-getter. I'm gonna get what I want. So when it came to a man, I would have my just sights set, and I would come up with like the delusions. Like I would see people like for their potential, or I would see them for solely what they could do for me, right? Like, oh, he could do this and that for me. Like, I need to stick with this. And it all comes from a scarcity mindset. Like, it's so crazy when you think about it. A lot of things we do as it pertains to chasing, whether it's chasing a promotion, chasing a man, chasing a friendship, chasing anything, it all has to do with scarcity and thinking that you won't find something as good as that. That's all there is, right? That one man is all it is. It's not going to be nobody else. And if you're like, oh, but I love him, like, girl, do you really love him? I think a lot of times we don't even know what like love is, or being in love. I know I don't know what being in love is. And I've been having this conversation with people where I'm like, I honestly don't even know what it's like to truly be in love with somebody. I don't know what that is. And I think it's because I don't know what it's like to truly be in love with myself. So how would I know what it's like to truly be in love with somebody else, right? Chasing a man is something I'm never doing again in my life. For me, my definition, when I was chasing men, it was more so like, I have to be with him because we did this, and that. I have to be with him now. Like, we have to be in a relationship now. So I would be chasing after that relationship, and I would get the relationships. But it wasn't about getting the commitment. It was just like me feeling this need to like conquer. I would make people like, not a project, but like a goal. For me, chasing men was ignoring red flags that were clear as day and continuing to entertain them, sleep with them, hang out with them. It was all delusion. I was putting that man before myself. Anything that has to do with you putting something before you, you're chasing after it, period. And that's something I'm no longer ever doing again in my life. I would never do that again. I would never do it again. I did it all in my 20s, and I would never do it again. 30 is standing on business. Another thing that I'm no longer accepting from myself is my anxious attachment style. I have been anxiously attached for a very long time, and a lot of times I think that I thought the love, or me being in love, or me loving somebody was truly just anxious attachment. It low-key had nothing to do with the people. It was really just me. I just had attachment issues where if somebody wouldn't answer the phone quick enough for me, I would start freaking out. Like, I would be throwing my phone. I would literally have full-blown breakdowns, meltdowns. If a man or a person, really, it's really men. If a man was to ignore me and not answer my calls, I would go into full breakdown. Not into like, oh, like stalking men or nothing, or calling them a million times, but I would just get so low. My feelings would be so hurt, and I would take it so personal. I would take it as rejection, right? I would take it as, oh my God, he doesn't care about me. He don't want to be with me. Oh my God. Just because somebody didn't respond to me quick enough, or just because somebody wanted their own space, or just because when somebody steps away from you, when somebody is ignoring you, if somebody is not talking to you purposefully, and not just because they're busy, people have lives, you need to walk away. Anxious attachment style will have you keep chasing after them. Like, oh my God, what did I do? Oh my God, please don't leave me. I would be like, please don't leave me. Oh my God, please don't leave me. I remember one time I was so anxiously attached in one of my relationships where I literally got on my knees and begged him not to break up with me. That is so embarrassing to say out loud, but it's true. It's true. I make this channel to be real and raw, not to like try to be sweet, you know what I'm saying, and be cool. And it's cool to admit it because I'm never doing it again. And I'm saying all this so people know not to do that. Girl, it's not, boys and girls, who's ever watching, it's not healthy to do that. It's not healthy to have that type of attachment to anything or anybody where you're begging. It gets to a point, if you have to ask for certain things more than once, they don't care. People are going to be people, period. And I'm realizing that treating men as if they're like this thing when they're just humans like us, I was treating them like they were like a prize. And it's because I had low self-worth. I didn't see the value in me alone. And it's so crazy because I'm a very confident person. I'm extremely confident. But my self-worth was in the trash. A man would say, oh, well, I'm not going to talk to you anymore. Why? What did I do? No, that's not healthy. Anxious attachment style a lot of times comes from trauma, especially usually comes from trauma if you had like an absent parent, or you were a child who went through divorce in like your developmental years. So for me, my parents went through a divorce when I was like, I don't know, in high school or middle school, one of those. And it sucked so bad. I developed this thing where I felt like if people left me, I took it personally and I took it as it was something wrong with me. If somebody were to ignore me and not talk to me, I took it as it was something wrong with me, that I did something to them. Nothing in life is personal. Nothing in life is personal. Things that people do to you, things that people say to you, is all projection. The way that we react, the way that we respond, the way that we speak, is all because of our personal lived experience. So if I'm dating a guy and he doesn't call me and I wanted him to call me, or he said he's going to call me back and he didn't call me back, him not calling me back don't have nothing to do with me. There are 1,000,001 reasons why he might not didn't call me back. And none of them have anything to do with Sierra personally. And that's what I had to learn. Like, girl, this has nothing to do with you. And you're making it so about you. A lot of us make so many things about us when you have to realize that most people are not thinking about you as much as you think that people are thinking about you. Most people really don't care about what you got going on, what you're doing. People really don't care. A lot of people have their own stuff going on and nobody thinking about you, especially grown adults. Every time you feel this inkling to text him, to call him, and you've been left on red, girl, or you done called him 5 times and he ain't answered the phone, just imagine him looking at his phone and being like, oh, here she go again. Imagine that. Imagine that every time you pick up your phone to call. Imagine that every time you pick up your phone to call that man, girl. Imagine that every time, sister. Imagine him being like, ugh. That should snap you back into reality, okay? Let's be in reality and let's get out of delusion. Another thing that I'm never doing again, y'all, I am no longer accepting being a people pleaser. Like, I'm not gonna make that agreement with myself that I'm a people pleaser. I used to people please in work settings where it would be like, especially with like bosses, I would hold my tongue. I wouldn't say how I really felt about stuff. I would try to be like overly nice or overly friendly in order to be accepted, or telling people yes when I really meant no, out of fear that I would be rejected, out of fear that they wouldn't like me. I'm not doing it no more. You know why? Because I don't care if people like me. You don't like me? Oh well, that's your loss. That has nothing to do with me. People pleasing in situations, in relationships, where I would put up with certain things. I would hold my tongue. I wouldn't really say how I felt, out of fear of being broken up with, rejected, or left. All of this comes from the wound that I am healing, my abandonment wound from my father. People pleasing is something I'm just not doing. I'm never doing it again. I don't care. Like, it sounds bad. It sounds so bad. But what you have to understand with people pleasing, you will always get the short end of the stick. Say no. And let it be a complete sentence. It's so funny. I was talking to one of my girlfriends and she was saying how her therapist basically encouraged her to just say no to people. It was like an exercise. And it was just a complete sentence, not an explanation, just no. And I really like that. I'm like, girl, yes, that's tea. Another thing, a way that I would people please is because I would see people as victims, right? Like I would victimize people. So like if I had a friend or was in a relationship with somebody or dating somebody who I thought to have had like a rough upbringing or a bad relationship with their parent, that I would like make so many excuses for their terrible behavior. And I would allow them to mistreat me, be rude to me, put other people before me. In friendships, I would allow them to put men before me, where I felt like I had to be nice and I had to be gentle and I had to do this for them because, oh, they're just such this victim and, oh, woe is them. Girl, bye. Don't use other people's trauma to excuse their piss poor behavior. We all got trauma, but that don't mean that you could just be a jerk. You can't just be mean to people and rude to people and not be shit because you just feel like it. Like, that's not how life works, bro. At least it don't work for like that in my world. Not around here, partner. Not around here. Another thing that I'm no longer accepting is being lowballed with pay. Taking pay that's less than what I deserve. Now, at my last news station, I will say that I think I was being paid pretty decently, but they didn't want to give me a raise, which is why part of the reason, it was multiple reasons why I walked away. I talked about that in one of my videos, but they weren't negotiating my contract. Oh, you thought I was about to just keep getting paid the same thing, but you want me to resign? You want me to stay here? Money talk, BS walks. In my last relationship, he will always push me, and this is one thing I admired about him. He saw so much in me. He would push me to push back with asking people for money and negotiating salaries. Women, listen. Men are out here asking for what they want. They're demanding. They're not asking. They're demanding what they want. They're telling them straight up, I want to get paid this amount of money, period. And if you don't give it to me, I walk. Women more so will do the whole, oh, I'm just so happy that they gave me this. Oh, yes, I'll just take it. You are a boss, like a boss, a girl boss, a girl who knows her worth, a girl who don't play about her. You don't just accept anything. You don't just accept any salary that they offer you. Negotiate what you want. Ask for what you want because you deserve it. He will always tell me, you're a superstar. And I am. I'm a star. Pay me what I'm worth. You paying these white men. You paying these white men. Don't let them be married too, because you really paying them married white men with kids. Girls, ask for your coin. If you get a job offer and they offer you $80,000, girl, ask for 100. Most they can say is, no, we don't have 100, but we can give you blah, 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 blah. You come back with another number until you're satisfied. But don't ever accept the first thing that's offered to you. Ever, when it comes to a job and negotiating your salary. Never accept the first thing that they offer you. I did that so much. I used to do that so much. You know why? Because I was so desperate to have a job. When you're not working out of desperation, when you're not chasing after things, there are certain things that you just be like, I'm not going to take that. Because you know your self-worth. What I'm no longer accepting from other people. Lackluster apologies with no change behavior. This can go for anybody. If somebody is apologizing to you and they say they're sorry, but they continue to do the same thing, let it go. Leave them behind. They're dead weight. They're bringing you down. They're draining your energy, sister. You got to let it go, sis. You gotta let it go. If that man didn't cheat on you 5 times, girl, let the 6th time be the last, please. He's gonna continue to do the same thing. If that girlfriend of yours ditch you so she can go be with a man, she's gonna leave you again. You can forgive people. They don't get to just stay in your life just because you forgave them. Everybody does not deserve to have access to you. Change behavior is a part of accountability. Being accountable is a part of being sorry. So if someone is not changing their behavior, they're not being accountable, which means that they really don't recognize what they did to you and they don't see it as being wrong because they're going to keep on doing it. Let them go, girl. Give the chop so you don't flop. One of my favorite TikTokers says that. Friendships with pick-me women. Girl, I could go on and on. My friends know I don't play. I don't do friendships with male-centered women. I don't do friendships with pick-me women. I think in life we have all been pick-me-shus. Now, you might be at home, in the car, maybe at work watching this thinking, what is a pick-me woman? I will tell you. A pick-me woman is someone who centers her entire existence in life around men. A pick-me woman will put a man before her children, her friends, put herself in danger for a man, put her friends in danger, put her family in danger, will put a man before herself, her spiritual growth, well-being, will put a man before anything. A pick-me woman will go out with you to the club, right? Y'all hanging out, having fun. She meets somebody at the club and leave you to just go be with him. A pick-me woman will take you, y'all go on a trip together. This is getting real tea. A pick-me woman will go on a trip with you, and this is shade. A pick-me woman will go on a trip with you out of the States, a girls trip, and invite a man to that girls trip and ditch you to hang with the man. A pick-me woman will put you in uncomfortable situations just so that they can be around men or be around their man. A pick-me woman will tell your secrets to their man. There are so many ways that you could be a pick-me woman, and I encourage you not to be one. Women who center men, I can't kick it with you. I'm straight. You're scary. I'm literally scared of you. A pick-me woman would damn near kill you for her man. She's gonna pick that man over you every single time. She's gonna ditch you. She's not gonna answer your phone calls. She's not gonna be there for you. But soon as something go wrong with her and that man, she's gonna be calling you. She's gonna be all up on your mind, texting you. Pick-me woman only want to talk about men. Only want to talk about dating. Don't want to talk about nothing else. Just want to talk about men all day. The biggest thing that I'm letting go of and no longer accepting from me is thinking small. I will never think small again in my life. I used to think so small. Like, even with my career, I would be like, oh, I want to be a news anchor in Detroit. Like, okay, that's cool. That's big. But what about outside of that? And even with doing YouTube now, I've realized that I cannot think small anymore. I have to think big. I have to think grandiose, because my life is mine. My life is a movie. My life is magical. I have to romanticize my life every single day in every way possible, every way imaginable. Thinking small is a way of also having scarcity mindset. Y'all know I'm so into having an abundant mindset where you believe and know that everything that you have ever desired is yours. Whatever you want, you can do. You can start it today. Like, literally whatever it is. My biggest dream has always been publishing a book, which I will do. I'm going to write so many books. My big dream is to publish my poetry, a book of poems, and a New York Times bestseller. And I'll be on talk shows talking about my book and promoting my book. And I'll be this world-renowned author. That's thinking big. Thinking small was me thinking, oh, I just want to be a news anchor. Okay, you want to do that, and what? I want to be a news anchor. I want to have my own YouTube show. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to do it all. I want to do it all. You know why? Because it's my birthright. It's my God-given right. God didn't put me on this earth to be small. I don't know about y'all, but God didn't put me here to be average. I'm a star. You have to act like you are the star of your show. You are the star of the show. You are the star of your own life. Act like it. No more thinking small. This is my life. Because it's my life. This is my life. Don't you forget. Like, what? Other people are just characters in your show. Treat them like characters. Don't center people in your life. Center yourself in your life. You have to take care of you. And to take care of yourself, you got to stop thinking so small. Think big, baby. Because you are big. There are so many things that I'm no longer accepting. There are so many things I'm no longer going for. This is just some of the things that I'm really standing on business with. As I reflect on being 30 and my 20s, these are all things that I would tell my 20-year-old self. This is all advice I would give to girls in their 20s, in their 30s. Girl, whatever age you are. It's women in their early 30s. As I pour into myself, I hope that these videos I'm pouring into you too. Our channel is growing. I get so many kind messages from so many people, men and women, and I love y'all so much. I love y'all down. Journal prompt. What does it mean to put myself first? This is prompt 4 of 20, page 11. If you are using the self-help journal, 20 prompts to become the best version of you. What does it mean to put yourself first? For me, putting myself first are all of the things that I just named, which is no more one-sided relationships, no more putting in more than I get out, no more chasing men, Anxious attachment style, people pleasing, accepting less than I deserve with jobs, with a salary, lackluster apologies with no changed behavior, friendships with pick-me women and women who center men, and thinking small. Eliminating those things is me putting me first. So you sit and think, write that down, meditate on it. How do you put you first? What does it mean to put yourself first, right? How does it feel to put yourself first? For you who put yourself first, what would that feel like in your body, right? Would you feel uncomfortable with putting yourself first? Would you be scared to put yourself first? Are you confident in putting yourself first? Something to reflect on, and it's something to think about. As always, protect your mind, protect your mental, protect your energy. Don't let these people drain you, girl. Don't let them drain you. Don't let these men drain you. Don't let that job drain you. Men who watching, don't let that girl drain you. I mean, kind of. I don't know. I'm always on the girl side, so maybe she should drain you, drain them pockets. I appreciate you guys for being here. I appreciate you for joining in. I appreciate you for just being supportive. I love y'all so much. I love making these videos. Next week, y'all, I don't know what we'll be talking about, y'all. Let's see. Let's look at the calendar. Okay. Next week, we're either going to talk about how I'm rebuilding my life after quitting my job, or we're going to talk about what I've learned since walking away from my anchor career. Girl, we're going to talk about something. Just be here. Be there or be square. Keep it cute. Know what you're not dealing with no more, girl. Know what you're not accepting no more, girl. Stand on business and do you. I love you and I appreciate you. Thank you so much for your support. I'll see you again next week. Bye.